So, I think we're gonna dive right in. Be sure to let me know if there are any issues with the sound.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, subtitles, there we go. Let's try this again.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Genuinely almost feels like the character doesn't want to be picked up. June 7th, 1995, 1:15 a.m. Caitlin Greenbrier, Portland, flight number 270, June 6th, 1995. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going home. Let me out. These are some funky looking trees. One sec. I turned up the field of view, but I think it might actually help to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier to see what's written on stuff. Oh, we can turn the lamp on. For some reason, we can grab the Christmas duck. Oh. Looks like there's our spare key. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please, please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone to know. Mom and Dad being crossed out. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. I love you. Sam. Oh, there's a zoom in feature if I right click. Oh, that's actually very nice. In that case, I can turn the field of view back up. So we've got a house key and we've got a cup. Oh, so I can turn everything around. And I just chuck it on the floor. 6 whole bucks for a Christmas duck? Actually, you know what? I think it's worth it. So now can I leave? There we go. those lottery tickets? Oh, wait. Directions to work from new house. Left on Grub Tree, right on Bullhorn, exit onto 47th North, right onto 202nd East, entrance on right past Wage Road. So, it's a place called Flintlock, because this is us. Travel time, hour and 10 minutes. This tissue box is fascinating. Oh, I suppose I could close the door. Can I unplug this? No, dang it. Alright, what's this? So obviously some stuff obviously someone is moving. I'm assuming Wait, someone moved in, because it's from some place called Forest Grove, Oregon, and this is this place's address. So someone named Terrence Greenbrier moved into this place.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house.
Why
I'm
am
in
I
a new school.
magically hearing
And my big sister being gone for a year
this
doesn't make it
person's
any
journal?
easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you.
Okay, so there are band-aids. There's toilet paper. Don't actually need the toilet paper. Huh. We flushed the toilet, so that's pretty exciting. We'll just assume that our character went to the bathroom there, because after a long flight, that's generally a good idea. So, Janice Greenbrier, probably our mom, I assume. Front hall. Okay, so the entire family moved here while we were away. Regional track and field finals, April 1990, 100-meter relay. A speedy one. So our name is Caitlin Greenbrier. Hecho en Mexico. Long jump. April 91. Oh, it's the Bible. Why can't I mean, I already know what's in it, but still. It's like, why can't I open it? Yeah, I guess the fact that the average household has a copy already. Dear Sam, it's so good to hear from you again. All this new house business sounds like quite the adventure. Remember the little dorm room we shared freshman year? When we were miserable, fantasizing about our dream homes? I always said I wanted a mansion. You said you just wanted a house in the woods. Look what we got both. Somebody up there likes you. I could use some of that magic. Send me some lotto numbers. I'll play them. Seriously. But I shouldn't be complaining about this good old split level we've had since Bob got transferred to winning. Hang on. To Winnipeg. We just got new vinyl siding. Jealous yet? Let me know if you ever want to trade places. So how are the girls doing? Has Katie left on her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, right back soon. I miss you, roomie Carol. Guessing that's our sister's former roommate. Ah, phone books. So yeah, so far the guess is that our sister murdered our parents. No, that's probably not it, but there's always a chance. Let's look around the fold downstairs before we look around the upstairs. Worldwide timetable. Katie's departure, flight 881 to Amsterdam. So, you know where to find a pencil or a marker should we need one. Read note. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. I mean, fair. That's a pretty decent reason to hang out with someone, at least. Sam, Katie, Mom, Jan, and Dad, Terry. So I'm guessing that's her sister, that's us, that's Mom, and that's Dad. Our mom looks a little bit crazy. At least our dad can pull off the mustache that he went with. Okay, so I have a map. Oh, hey, so this is our inventory. So we've got a passport and our ticket. And the key to the house. What's in here? A Heavens to Betsy pin. Welcome, new student. We hope that you are as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so that you can get right into the swing of things. Sturdy folder with pockets for every period, lined notebook for every period, at least 6 pens and 6 pencils, a box of colored pencils, standard combination lock, a lunch or $2.50. I like how positive attitude is not marked off. Please be ready to get plenty of sleep the night before and be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon and welcome, Beth Valens, Principal.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class, and I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
So is it a military school? Oscar Doc Masson died peacefully last month in his home, born on September 8th of 93. I'm guessing in this house. Attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age. In decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. His survivors include his nephew Terrence, as well as in spirit the people of Boone County to whom he provided wellness and comfort. Okay, so that's like our great uncle or something. It's one of the postcards we sent. Hi, Mom and Dad. I'm in Paris. I've done many Parisian things, including eating le petit déjeuner and wearing a beret. I'm going to have lots of film to develop when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you something from the Shakespeare Book Company, since you're my favorite sister. Love y'all. Mom, Dad, and Sam, 1 Arbor Hill, Boone County, Oregon, USA. And we marked weird because I guess it's weird having to put an unusual address on there. No, we can't turn this off. I don't know where the sound of the radio is coming from. Hang on. The lighting and stuff is actually pretty serious here. Like, I actually had to position myself next to a light in order to see this clearly. The killing of JFK, a theory. Superb work of speculation, plotted with amazing skill and showing a level of magnetic artistry not usually present in such academic pieces. A thrilling theory, I couldn't put this book down. Important overlooked by the circumstances surrounding one of the greatest tragedies of our time. I just toss it back down. Okay, so we've got more pens and markers and such. Oh, there's a lamp. John Russell opened his eyes and saw them, the stars twinkling as if he were lying on the grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts, even though that place was 1,000,000 miles away. No, he blinked through sleep. He blinked the sleep from his eyes, looking through the carbon-reinforced safety glass of the space station Archimedes. Yes, he was a long way from home, but the future needed him. John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk, despite having touched a drop in hours. He vomited onto his feet, his bare feet. He startled for a moment, processing his sick-flecked toenails, scanning up his bare shins, bare knees. He was completely naked. He looked up and met the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fiber tunic. Then the fabric that strained at the seams to contain her I'm not reading this. Matter transference operator. Then he passed out. John Russell had crossed the gap in time. Only messages had passed before, but now a man. They needed him, now more than ever. Changing the past was no longer good enough. The instructions from the council had been clear: what to procure, what to construct from it, how to assemble it, so he made the machine, how to transport him bodily across time, and now he stood there on the bridge of the starship, Archimedes' command vessel, because only he, who had saved the president's life twice before, could helm the naive crew to their destiny, the fate of the galaxy. Man, I struggled with that. So, looks like this person, oh, maybe, hang on. Who is this written by? Benjamin Almond. Why do I feel like that's probably a pseudonym belonging to someone in our family? A CD player, $1,000? Holy cow. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD CD player, you'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular. So he's writing an advertisement as well. I'm kind of assuming this is stuff written by her dad, because he was dressed by an author in that picture. Electrical inspection. Wiring the house is technically up to safety and amperage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into the structure in the last 100 years. System is frequently unpredictable. Lights blink out for no clear reason. Pressure on floorboards and door frames disrupt circuits wired directly behind the surface. Properly reworking the electrical system would be highly destructive to the walls, floor, and fixtures of the structure. After discussion with Mr. Greenbrier, since there are no current safety concerns, issues will not be addressed. Okay, so people probably think this house is haunted. Let's see. That was Dad's office, so I guess that confirms what I was thinking there. Oh, there's a coaster. It has a leaf on it. Accidental pariah. Message from our future saved the president's life once, but within the next 24 hours there will be another attempt, and the lines of communication are down. A James Bond for today's audience, compelling, a thriller worth its salt. Okay, so our dad is an author. Oh, no, no. I didn't realize what I was in the process of picking up there. Stranger under my roof. Hang on. I need the light. Why can't I... Give me some light. There we go. #1 best-selling advice book for parents of teens. Wait, is that her mom? No, I don't think so. Oh, there's a folder. Dear Terrence, Dad asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use, but David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Brent Kirkwood. Reviews editor, Home Theater Aficionado magazine. Oh, and there's a code there. 0451. I guess there will probably be like a safe or something in the apartment. Let's put that back there. Nope, okay. Well, it was worth a try. Oh, I can turn on the fan. That's new. I already read this. Yes, I have. Oh, there's where I put the combination. That I have already forgotten. I think it's 0451, but I want to check. 0451. See, that's the thing with me. I remember stuff, but I can never be sure that I've actually remembered it correctly. Dear Mr. Masson, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filled out at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Will and Testament. I, Oscar Masson, blah, blah, blah. Lifelong resident of Boone County, unmarried and have no children. No outstanding debts to my name, to any creditors living or dead. Every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, to Terrence Greenbrier. And his children if it falls through. Subscribe my name to this will, this 13th day of August, 1973. No wonder they had to transcribe it. His handwriting was awful. Oh, what's this up here? Oh, there's a bottle. Irish whiskey. Can I smash it? It was worth a shot. Hey, are you the new girl, Sam? I'm Tommy. At the back, behind you. Wave if you get this and right back. Hi, Tommy. Yes, I'm Samantha, and yes, I'm new. What's up? I just thought that since you're new, maybe you could use a friend. I don't have a lot of friends either, and so I thought I'd ask something, if you don't mind. Do you mind? No, I don't mind. What did you want to ask? Was it just your uncle who went psycho, or does it run in the family? Yeah, that's pretty freaking rude. Severe weather warning. So there's a storm warning. Hey Terry. Hey man, how have you been? I know you're a published author and everything now, but my editor at Hi-Fi Aficionado has too much review work to go around, and he's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying in your last letter how much of a pain it's been trying to find a publisher for your latest work of literature, and writing stereo reviews is dead simple. Sit at home with a glass of scotch, listen to some records, and get up and write up how it sounds, and then get paid. I've included some issues of the mag to use as examples. If you're interested, send some samples to my editor, and tell him your old college chum Mike sent you to. Here's the address. Do it, Mike.
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Sam thought this might help Dad.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk. But sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform.
Can
She's
I
always
shake?
drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Big gold star.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the...
Yeah, let's turn off the TV. What's in the letter? Enclosed, please find a Pioneer CLDD 703 unit. And a half-page review for the October issue, so that gives you about 2 weeks to get us a copy for the edit. Standard stuff like you gave us on that one. It's a combi player, so check its CD playback with a few discs as well as Laserdisc. And they want us to definitely hit the signal to noise ratio and toslink stuff for the high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the unit. So, our dad is basically a tech reviewer. No way someone has been drinking from that mug. Oh, it's another coaster. That's nice. He's been watching the X-Files. Tucumah County Forestry Service. I don't suppose I can start the fire. Oh, come on, why give me a... Oh, the matchbook is empty. I was going to be like, why give me a matchbook if I can't actually start the fire? Okay, so there are candles here in case I need something to light the path. Dr. Jitters. I mean, accurate, but still. Hauntings and poltergeists. Huh. So it looks like our little sister was into the supernatural, I'm guessing. The Heaven at the Edge of the World. Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2. Story The Turtle People, Part 1. Aw, look at the turtles. Look at the little turtles. And the drawing. And the boat. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. She would find the edge and get to paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards sunset. Why do I feel like that was setting up an "I am your father" moment? Hang on, so was that mine, or... That's our little sister's. All of the windows are shut. That's for the best, because of the severe weather advisory. Oh yeah, I already read that. And then it's the book that our dad wrote, The Accidental Savior. November 21st, 1963. John Russell knows that the president's life hangs in the balance, but who would believe him? Oh. So there's clearly no one else home, because otherwise someone would be getting mad about this. Saving 25 cents. Back then, I'm sure that mattered. U.S. Forestry Manual. Prescribed burn procedures and precautions. Okay, I was like, there has to be more lights in here. What about you? Why aren't you working? I really thought I'd be able to interact with that book. It looked like one that I'd be able to interact with. Timing, volume 8, and Into the Light. There are more of Dad's book. about this? Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit any time. Okay, so our
When you live
mom...
in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Got orange soda, and we got more Dr. Jitters. I'm guessing that was a favorite of someone. And we got 3 shot glasses. So I'm guessing the family hung out in here. Oh, nope, there are a couple more shot glasses on the ground. Vodka. They were doing shots of vodka. And there's more of that Irish whiskey. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Donald Fritz, Mercury Books Incorporated. Yeah, so I think we were already getting the sense that our dad was struggling with work, but that's just been confirmed.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd see through. Now that it's happened,
Sheet on reproduction for Samantha's health class, presumably.
I've done the best I could to keep from feeling blue. Can't get you off my mind.
And she wrote a little novella on the menstrual cycle.
Voodoo, mildew, and shandu.
Why, Daddy, I didn't know you were here.
I'm right here looking at you, honey. If it ain't me, it's my shadow.
Do you think I sent you far away
I ain't been nowhere.
from me? I thought you'd stay away from me.
Trying to cut
It's a
my
response that said, "See me."
You left your voodoo.
Since it's from a woman,
I left my
I'm
trunk in
guessing
town.
that that would be to congratulate her on some good work. I feel like a man back at this time especially would be uncomfortable with that.
Does my heart a grave?
Doesn't really make sense,
Your
but
kisses keep on haunting me. Their
still
memories
how
won't let
things
me be.
were.
Yeah,
I got a need for you.
I wish you had a weed for me.
Oh, tell me why. Why must I think about you? Oh, Daddy, tell me why. Can I live without you?
I wonder if you unload a certain part of the house, the lights turn off, and that's why they had that whole electrical thing. That'll be funny to see when we go back to like some of the more distant portions, if that's what's happening. Hi Lonnie, so if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6th. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. But I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready. Street Fighter. Classics.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that Psycho House girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the Psycho House. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. There's lip balm. See, now that's a good brand name. That's good branding right there. If you say you've got lip stuff, everyone's going to know what you mean. Okay, hang on. Let's see if we can roll 6s. Okay, that was a 2. That was a 1, so that's not an especially good roll. It's a 4. A 3. Wonder if I could, like, put him in a cup. Hang on. Wait for it. I don't suppose I can run. I turned off motion blur before I started the stream, and I feel like that was a good call, because I feel like motion blur in this game would have been pretty bad. Hang on, here's a lower table, that'll be a bit easier. This is so dumb, but I want to roll dice using a mug like Yahtzee. Oh, come on, the dice float. Well, I'm gonna make 2 dice float instead of just 1 anyway. So this house is officially magic, we can tell that. More coupons. And another tissue box. Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic... If she's so concerned about her parents learning about something, why is she leaving hints all over the house for her sister? Like, what reason does she have to think that her mom and dad won't also find them? Like, even if she's fully confident that her sister won't touch them, or won't tell mom and dad, like, what's happening? Play messages.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam.
I feel like that's from me.
Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you.
Okay, maybe that's not from me.
Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back.
Okay, so that wasn't from me. Maybe that was from Lori? Yeah, I guess we don't really have a number to call. So, looks like we're heading upstairs. I was about to question why all of the lights seem to be off, but then I remembered, yeah, it's like 1:30 in the morning. Controlled burns scheduled for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeast region of Boone County over the better part of next week. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday, depending on the speed of the progress. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighting personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier. So our mom is a senior conservationist working with the Forest Service. I think we already knew that, but yeah, she got quoted in the paper, so that's kind of cool. Hold up. Let's get the lights on in this hall. Personal calendar. Monday, couples something. Wednesday, cooking class, take apron. Thursday, ballroom dancing. Couples baking, maybe? Yeah, I really can't tell what that second word is. Hang on, wait. I think there's actually an option for this. Language overlay text. Couples bowling, ballroom dancing, cook the big meal for Terry and Sam. Okay, now we'll turn that off again, because I think it was fine for most of it, but it's just troublesome. There's a schnazzy comb there. Temporary personnel transfer, Bruce Pendleton, of Personnel State Forestry Service. So, our mom got transferred here. So it looks like the mom is the one with the consistent income in the family, which, again, considering the time that this was happening, might have actually been a bit of a sticking point for the parents. Hang on. For Sam, Ratmobile something. Oh, hang on. It's a mixtape.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
I'm guessing that was the tape that we put in downstairs. Which wasn't really my type of music, but that's fair. Sam, stop leaving every light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. I think his mom said that she didn't care. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who's only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Dang, some angst coming out there. Like on the one hand, yes, she has her own car. On the other hand, she's still living at home. There's still a pretty good reason to... Are there any notes in here? There's still a pretty good reason to say that she still has to listen to her parents. Oh, there's another cassette. Oh, maybe this is it.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the weather. We're just a good old day. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna walk away. I don't wanna hear how many friends you have. I don't have any anymore. I don't want you to tell me what's so cool. I don't wanna go back to junior high school. I don't want anyone to tell me how thin I am. I don't wanna die for a fucking candy cream. Okay, this is a plain part. And it's a new way, you know. I just wanna be one of the boys. I just wanna be your little best toy. Let's hang out and be cool, alright. Let's
So that didn't work. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be perfect for you. Mr. Blacklock, I think it is. College program for young scholars. Two students from each track will be offered a full scholarship for their first year if they decide to attend the university full-time as undergraduates and are accepted by Reed's admission board. Hang on. I'm gonna turn down music a little bit because that really did feel loud. So it looks like her teacher was encouraging her to pursue creative writing, which seemed like something she was interested in based on what we read downstairs. Feel like this is one of those optical illusion things, maybe. They were popular back in the day. There's a sticker with a fly. More games. We do not have the combination. We haven't found that anywhere yet. Wait, there were codes back here. No, those are just moves. Oh. Hi, Lonnie. I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing, I've decided. It's what all the cool kids are doing, I've decided. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is sending each other pages on their beepers, but we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. That is a pretty good drawing. I gotta respect the art. The drawing of cats was so good that I added a background to make it even better. Maybe I should just stick to writing, though. Oh, that's a mood. I like it. Did you know they were about to be abducted by aliens? How did you know they were about to be abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Prish right now. I feel like he would probably have lots of cats. Also, like, his secret shame as he watches got, some, oh, 90210 religiously. I was trying to turn those into letters in my brain. I'll ask him about it after class. He said he doesn't have cats and also that he's never watched 90210, but I could see in his eyes that he was lying. Fair enough. Teacher Fletcher, Shop 1, Metalworking and Engraving, C-. Not a challenging assignment, metal plaque for family portrait, reasonable subject but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable leveling on the edges show more pride in work. Is there anything else under the bed? There's something back there. A motorcycle brochure. It's one me and my dad are building. Want to go for a ride when it's done? Oh, this is probably something Lonnie was working on. Groove. Exclusive. AIDS in Africa. Soul Asylum Live. Magazines have never really been my thing, so I'm kind of bored. Aww. His name is Steggy. Enjoy your nap, Steggy. Now, stuffed animals. Those are cool. Disciplinary referral. Mr. Benchley observed Ms. DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image on the front. Large beer can labeled abs to blue ribbon. Ms. DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. Turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Yeah, I'm guessing she doesn't really have too much interaction with her parents, though she did say that her father was working with her on the motorcycle, so I could be wrong there. Hairbrush. Huh. I feel like I'm missing something. There's gotta be something around here that tells me the code. Maybe it's in the closet? I love it. Oh, that's class. Look at that. It's a rabbit playing the keyboard. Hang on. What's this? Oh, it's another copy of the Bible. Not reading the whole poem. Always found those name letter things kind of weird. King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. Silken thread nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice, the hairs on Captain Allegra's arms stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from the passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I'll draw his attention and then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystical energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by this invisible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across at the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his wait. No. The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use, the king was nearly at the top of the stairs. When the first mate burst through the passageway, she skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running toward that sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Nice. Got your number. Who's got a crush on you? Would you introduce me to your friend? Do you like sports? Are you busy Friday? Huh. I like the shirts. Not exactly clean, but I can't judge. It's about as clean as my apartment. I haven't had that much to drink, Jodie Foster. How many fingers am I holding up? You better not have been reading my secret diary again. There you go, Mitten, have some pate. Gross. What a party. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Yeah, we don't know the combination. hang on. How's that door to here now? I still don't know what the code is for that locker. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? Came out last weekend, and Todd won't shut up about it. So either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. Mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I gonna barf? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle, so that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about Chinese burgers is important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. Alrighty, see you then. Just alright, not alrighty. I thought that T was a Y. Oh, back to the... There's another bathroom. Lonnie rules. Toothpaste, nail polish. Toothbrush. Sister won't mind if I borrow her toothbrush, right? Okay, so I was thinking she'd run away from home, but it would be a bit questionable if she had run... Like, if she was actually taking stuff and she didn't even bother to take her toothbrush. Okay. So it looks like she probably dyed her hair red recently.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help?
Oh, she helped her friend
Dyeing
dye
hair
her
is
hair.
weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. It's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. That's when she said, You're so beautiful. And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
Yeah, I think a little crush is happening here. Textures inside these drawers. Considering that the rest of this seems fairly decent effort, it's really surprising that the textures are so low effort. Wish there was a way to interact with the stuff you were holding, like open a purse or a folder or whatnot. Surprised they didn't go that route. Mom, Dad, and Sam, I'm in the Channel. This is my second passage through the Channel. I'm on my way back from London, this time going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the Channel. London was great. Dad, I know you've always wanted to visit, and I think you really should. You'd love it. If y'all wanted to come here as a family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Love y'all, Katie. So, that's a more recent message, because the last time she felt weird addressing it to this house. Another copy of the Bible. This one shows a lot of signs of use. Oh, there's a business card. Unknown Dimension Literature. Mitten. Our cat, age 5. I'm kind of just clicking on everything in case that isn't clear. I'm not necessarily being picky about what I look at. Okay, hang on. We're gonna put on overlay text again. Wish there was a hotkey for that or something. Oh, honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel. Bob and I have had our own periods. It's become a way of life, actually. You get used to each other, you live your own lives in the same house, the kids grow up, they go away. Sorry, this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry, Terry will get over whatever's distracting him and things will go back to normal. And as for Sam being distant, that's a teenager for you, nothing to worry about. In the meantime, though, this controlled burn, that sounds like quite the adventure. But let's get to the chase. This new ranger they sent, that's what I want to hear about. Ranger Rick, you have to be kidding me. It's too perfect. You have to tell me everything and send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry is out of his slump. And in the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. Oh, so it looks like there's the option in the bottom right there to fiddle with it. There's another family photo. Based on the evidence that a bunch of stuff was pulled out of here, I get the feeling that our sister isn't the only one who's out for the day, who's out at the moment, and who may have taken off. I think there's a chance that our mom may have run off with that Ranger Rick guy. Watercolor technique for florals and still lifes. Huh. Still have to find the combination to my sister's locker. To be clear, I wouldn't do this in real life, but it's a game and being nosy is kind of the name of the game. Nothing in here seems out of place. After the hovering moon. Rediscovering your house, personally, spiritually, sexually. Well, okay then. Yeah, so the marriage wasn't going perfectly. There are candles. It's a nice house, gotta give it that. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want, I won't be needing it anymore. Sam. So Sam has probably run away from home. Hey Sam, you were asking what my JROTC ribbons meant. Here's a handy guide. Orienteering, rifle team, adventure training. This means the Army thinks I can find my way around. The Army has branded me as a certified killing machine. I am a born adventurous, and no borders can hold me. The Army recognizes this. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do. Lonnie D. Maybe she joined the Army? Maybe she didn't run away? I don't know, it referred to her as being 17 on that note outside her room, but I can't tell if that's still the case. Maybe she's 18 now and she decided to join the Army straight off the bat. Samantha Greenbrier, Ghost Hunter Journal. Stop popping that stuff up. Hang on, wait. I want to see... Okay, so the option isn't there normally. Sighting Journal, August 31st, 1994, 1:19 a.m. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? No, I was not wearing my glasses. September 3rd, 1994, 12:44 a.m. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello, did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. September 9th, 1994, 4:11 p.m. Poured milk from the carton in the fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour your milk. Milk was just bought yesterday. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Also ghost milk. Ooh. October 9th, 11:29 p.m. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly begin to feel cold. We built a protective pillow fort. October 22nd, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Lonnie and I employ a Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. October 28th, 10 p.m. through October 29th, 4 a.m. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol the premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remain unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in the attic, probably leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. I can't actually tell how serious she is about it, but it's a fun thing. Yeah, so it looks like they were like she said, they were planning to set this up. Oh, that's not creepy at all. And yes, I am deliberately leaving all of the lights on. There's another cassette. Where do I go to play this one? Ah, there we go. That's not pleasant. Richard. Janice Greenbrier giving... Okay, so this is her performance review of Ranger Rich. She listed him as exemplary in all categories. His expertise and dedication has been the deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. His similar Paintblock Forest staff works contributions to daily operation that become essential to the outfit's continuing success. In this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting his permanent reassignment to this facility. Halloween show. Misfits. They're awesome. Stygian Loving. October 29th, 9 p.m. 306 West Franklin, downtown. That's another one from Lana. Wonder what her costume was.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
So yeah, something tells me this might be the mom's book. Okay. I thought there was something scratched into the surface there. Oh, that's kind of neat. So they were going as characters from her story. For Sam. Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library and I noticed something in the corner. And I found a secret passage. It had Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. Huh. Oh my gosh, I've got to see this. We're skipping 6. Secret passage marked on map. Okay, and I don't think we've actually been to the mom and dad's bedroom yet. Or, wait, yes we have. It is still kinda creepy. It is kinda creepy that there's no one around, I'll admit that. She says not to go to the attic. Tell you what, we'll save that for last. I want to go back to the parents' room and find that secret passage. I think it was in the closet. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Also very dark. Huh. Wait, what was... Oh, it's just a pull string thing. Ghost Hunter Sam and Lonnie's secret house investigation log. Hidden compartments found 3. Upstairs hall, library, and foyer. Evidence of the supernatural discovered, 0. And now we have secret compartments marked. Huh. Wow, that really is not easy to spot. Also, that light, I may have just missed it. Wait, so hang on. So it seems like one of the panels was around here. And she hid her Misfits flyer. Misfits with special guests Maidenhead.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Half of Sam's locker combination added to the backpack. Heaven at the edge of the world. Allegra and her scouting party peered down warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from their perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, the sunlight shone brightly off the thin inner ice walls of the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. We have to hurry. Allegra's party followed behind, moving quietly as a breeze through the greenery. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted, "No!" and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. The first mate screamed as he fell toward the water, then splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. But then from the vat something began to emerge, a head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's. Then the shoulders and sleeves of his coat soaking wet. But as the figure stood and water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, what looked back at her were the eyes, the face, the hair, the hands, and body of a woman. Still in the first mate's clothes, still the first mate. She spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain," the Amazonian queen said, "she is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt. Her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." Okay. So there are more items to find. Oh, wait, I remember what I wanted to look up. So we can't get to the basement. We can't get to whatever that is. I can't remember if we've already double-checked the panel upstairs. I don't think we have. And then there's the attic. I think that's where things are headed. So, hang on. I'll position myself at Sam's room. Line myself up with it. Okay, so it's right across the hall. Maybe it's right across the hall from this door? Hold up. Aha. And there's the Ouija board that she and her friend were using. And there's the other half of the combo. Hello? Hello. Who are you? Oscar. What do you want? To come back. And that's a pen. Very mysterious. I did leave this on. I remember turning that on. I completely forgot about that. Oh. And there's one other thing, so hang on. Oh, I see. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that simplifies things. 0501. We have the basement.
Lonnie came over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Okay, so aside from what was just happening in the recording, I noticed that these still have the tags on, which means they were stolen. And, Sam, I don't recommend stealing things. We'll hold off on entering the attic, since again we have another place we can go. Because now we've got the basement key. Also, I was very predictably right about her having a crush. Is this the basement? No, it's the other one. Hang on. It's at the end of this hall. Actually, when it first gave the notification that there was a map, I thought that was a little bit silly, but honestly, kind of a good call. there's just magically light here for some reason. I don't mind, but it does seem a little bit strange. Because, yeah, there is no source for the light. Which, given the fact that every light in this game so far has had a source, yeah, strange. Okay, that window is shut. Can we have some chips? No, okay. Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confidant, Lonnie D. A fancy man. Quite. Dear Ms. DeSoto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate following the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who was a lovely woman with sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again, same time next year, shall we? Indeed. Madam Samantha Greenbrier, Esquire. Is there a light over here? Aha, there is a light. Oh man, one of my old sex ed assignments. Why does she have the same assignment? Oh my gosh. Our sister stole significant portions of this and then just added a bunch of extraneous and admittedly artful details. So I think it's pretty clear that the parents have a favorite child and that it's not our sister. There's a lot of evidence to that effect. I feel like just leaving the lamp tipped over like that is kind of a questionable choice. We can't interact with the boiler, but we can read this letter. So Sam got admitted to the creative writing track of the Reed College summer program. And financial aid to cover 75% of the tuition and fees. Attached documentation gives the schedule, optionary secondary track choices, and dorm assignment. It's not clear whether she actually decided to go with it, though. Julie Morris, Director of Admissions.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Dear Terrence, thank you for sending along a copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a monumental occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognized my son in the subject matter. An author's work is an externalization of that which he holds dear. and that which she fears, and in this respect I believe your work was successful. But the lens through which the personal shone was needlessly clouded by genre cliches and implausible dime store science fictional de ex machina. The authors speak of their life's milieu in clear and honest tones, the lens crystal that refracts their thoughts without distortion. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal that is publication, and rest assured that readers of your chosen genre will lap up copies hungrily. But I urge you to shed artifice. You can do better. With a father's love and encouragement, Richard Greenbrier, Ph.D. Mom's citizenship stuff. So, hang on a sec. I need the overlay text. On July 20th, 1972, the court having found that Janice Elizabeth Connolly Greenbrier, then residing at 1010 Fifth Avenue, Seattle, Washington, intends to reside permanently in the United States and had complied with the applicable law provisions of such naturalization laws and was entitled to be admitted to citizenship thereupon, ordered that such person be, and she was admitted as a citizen of the United States of America. In testimony whereof the seal of the court is hereunder affixed, this 20th day of June in the year of our Lord, 1972. Horace E. Culver, Clerk of the U.S. District Court. Wonder where she was from. Connolly, maybe an Irish name? I don't know. Nothing has really stood out as pointing toward her nationality. Hi Sam, I'm writing to you from... Oh wait. See, I don't really like the overlay text when I can read most of it. It's just for the stuff that... Yeah, the whole family is so supportive. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced of that. Hey Sam, I'm writing to you from Multnomah Falls. I'm here on a stupid class trip, which is stupid because it's March and I don't know if anyone running the school has been to Oregon, but it's cold and rainy in March. Wish you were here. Oh wait, you are here because I'm writing this to you in the gift shop. Oh, you're here. Love, L.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost.
Yeah,
Okay,
that happens.
a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
And another inexplicable light source, more or less? Oh no, there's a lamp. How that lamp is reaching so much farther than all of the other lights when it's half covered, who knows? Costumes, skeletons and devils, cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video. One girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. Coolest stuff about being the psycho house girl. Cool thing number one, every in the hall thinking you don't know they're looking at you and whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of Peripheral. That's a lie to mom. That's a lie to mom and dad situation, but it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. Okay, so this is where the actual journals are, it seems like. Samantha Greenbrier. Dear Miss Greenbrier, I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she has defaced school property with profanity. In fact, she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there's been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. Principal Sheldon Grossman. That's a heck of a name. And somehow I don't think they
I don't
tried
get
too hard
Lonnie
to figure
sometimes.
stuff out.
Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
It's old and green, must be radioactive. Sorry about that, I didn't realize that the music was going to be so startling. Let me know if it's too loud, okay? I haven't heard too much. Offer of promotion due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation. Services. Need for experienced personnel like you to redirect the regional operations. I'd like to offer you the position of Regional Conservative Management Director responsible for operations throughout Northwest Oregon. Assistance would be sought to fill your previous position. Yeah, it does feel like a horror game. I mean, we're in the middle of an intense storm with lightning every so often. We're alone in a house at like 2 a.m. at this point. Sought to fill your previous position. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a last night. She's hardly ever around since her force is like an hour away. When she is home, she takes it out on you because you're not a member of the family. She knows you won't call her on it. I'm sorry. It's okay, I know she's just jealous of our cool and free-willing lifestyles. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho-Christian and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? Oh, that... I was going to say I'll take that as a no, but that is actually a no. I think I'm out of the cellar now. I think I'm, like, upstairs. Well, I think I'm onto the first floor again. I've never gotten the appeal of magazines. Ah, so that... Yep, we're back on the first floor. The only place I haven't gone... The only places I haven't gone are... Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Concert ticket. Yeah, the only place I haven't gone is down this hall and then the attic upstairs. To the best of my knowledge. Hang on, let's actually check that. What's this space? I don't understand the layout of this house. This skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3. Love you, Merry Christmas, miss you, L. P.S. Treasure it always. Oh, and there was a very stylishly written Sam up at the top. I don't know, I feel like swirls and letters really want to make sense, but they just don't work as well as they'd like to. Mom's purse. Another copy of the pamphlet. And a note. Hi, Jan. I got 2 tickets for EWF on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to, so her want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. So that leaves me with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in. More fun than clearing brush in the freezing rain, right? Rick. And still a bit sus of the mom. None of this is especially positive. The dad's clearly been drinking a fair bit. The mom is probably having an affair with this dude. And the sister is probably run off, I think. I'm still not clear where she's gotten to. Had enough, ready to join the revolution? Take a stand against Grossman and the patriarchy. Yeah! Fight back, stand up. Maybe you just want more cool designs, or maybe... I can't tell what that word is. I think it's zines, but I don't know what that means. Or maybe even a mixtape. Send us your missives from the girl riot, understand? Another of the postcards I sent. Mom and Dad, the Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've got to see all of the art, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. I thought that might be where that was going. Mom, we'll have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics as pieces of important dead people, so you should... As in pieces of important dead people, so you should probably come too. Next stop, Barcelona. Calm, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull. Probably. God, no butts in heaven. I'm so confused by that statement, but okay. Oh, short for magazines. Thank you. Yeah. I have a fork, but nothing to eat. Put it on the wrong side of the table. Take that. First off, congratulations, Janice Breyer, Regional Director. I thought that said dictator for a second. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. But you sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. You're sure there's something there? You said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You're sure they're not serious? Okay, so we have to figure out when we'll see each other next in person. Enough with the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Soon, love, Carol. Carol, why the crap are you encouraging her to cheat on her husband? The gits. Don't give up on this, honey. The accidental warrior. Huh. Okay, so some lights are just randomly off. So I can't see a light switch. Ah, there's a light switch at least. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. This house is big. Okay, so there's going to be a cassette somewhere in here. And there it is. Why do they have so many packs of cards? I feel like that was just a property that they could easily get. The Accidental Savior. November 21st, 1963, John Russell knows that the president's life hangs in balance, but he will vote. Okay, so that's his first vote. Racing water. Request the honor. Sir Mrs. Jonathan Blair request the honor of your presence at marriage of their daughter Helen Margaret to Mr. Richard Morris Paterno. Sunday, the 4th of June, 1995, at 4:30 in the afternoon, Sunset Lutheran Church. I feel like I recognize at least one of these names, but I don't remember where. Oh, yeah, that might be right. Sam's schedule, working at Crown Burger on Bethel Road, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 to 7, Saturday, noon to 6. Used by June 5th, 95. Good to know. I think we're past that expiration date. Cola. Remarkably generic. This milking date? Can't find the date. Best before. Doesn't even have a date on this. There's cheese, relish, jam. A banana. Rotate a banana. Rotate faster. Go. Go. Faster. I don't know if anyone listening will actually understand that reference, but I enjoyed it, so that's what matters. Oh. I can't open the... Oh, it can open the freezer. Frozen spinach, that sounds awful. More frozen spinach. Frozen corn. Fish sticks, that sounds good. Oh, ice cream, there we go. Oh, there must have been a power outage because the clock isn't working. No surprise, it happens with storms. Geez, they don't really use this part of the house. Samantha and Daniel were in the woods one day. It was sunny and they were on an adventure. But they went to the bad part of the woods and it got dark. Daniel said, "Are you scared?" So Samantha said, "No. Are you?" And they laughed and went more into the bad part. Then they went to a part that was never there before, and there was a ship, a pirate ship, on an ocean. Samantha said, "I'll be the captain and you be the first mate." Daniel said, "Aye, aye, captain." And they went on to the pirate ship and started sailing away.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it. And then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie, and then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
Ah, the food pyramid. That's a thing. And she did accept, hence why she's here. Ah, there are the lights. I'm trying to figure out why the room is so dark. Why don't they just throw away the pizza box? There's got to be a trash can. There's one right here. And where is... Oh wait, no, I already used the cassette tape for this room, didn't I? Okay. Never mind. Why is everything so dark? Okay, so this is where I am. Okay, so I have checked everything along the path to here. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, first let me say that I hope this missive finds you well. Feels like a miracle that it finds you at all. You know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not, we aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. Unknown Dimension is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles. Type out. We've had an unparalleled run since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and retrieving and reviving Christ or zombie-like timeless works, such as A Message from Snake Man, It's Inside Me, and Venusian Flesh Traders. And they found copies of his work at a rummage sale. Sorry, they're waxing eloquent, and I don't really care about what they're saying, about all of the words, just the gist. Okay, so John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent, blah, blah. Okay, so I've typed plenty. What do we want from you? We want your permission to reprint the work since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want you to supply a new foreword for the books to appear in brand new editions of The Accidental Savior, The Accidental Pariah, to be produced by Unknown Dimension. It's a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerning customer base. We want to offer you a portion of the proceeds, contract to follow, assuming you're interested in coming along with us on this weird odyssey. We look forward to embarking with you and to thrusting your work screaming back into the sweating palms of an unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Okay, so apparently a publisher did decide to pick up the thing. Oh, and there's paint. I wonder if they were actually using the paint anywhere, because I don't actually recall anywhere with that color. That color, yeah, white is in at least a couple of places. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3rd through 7th. We will be camping in the gorge, but we'll give you a call on our way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good, Dad. Okay, so that explains at least where they are. And
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country. The other side of the world. My mind, can't process it. She's really going to be gone. Just gone.
okay, so I realized that was a very touching memory, but this name tag, I feel depressed just looking at it. Like, that is, retail just sounds so freaking depressing. Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the run of the whole house till you leave. Imagine actually spending the night in my room instead of sneaking up to our usual spot in the attic. Not that the attic doesn't have its musty allure, but my bedroom is warmer. Sam, we should defile your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show them. Lonnie, you're gross. Never change. Oh, and it looks like we're in the garage. Yep. It really does feel like a horror game, even though it's not even close to being a horror game. Why? Okay, I think we've only got one place to visit, and that'll probably be the stream once we do. So based on this, I get the impression that Sam and Lonnie are out somewhere. The parents are on their anniversary trip. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Is there anywhere that I still haven't looked? Is there a way to turn off the lights? So let's see. We're on the top floor. We visited basically everywhere. There are only two places I can think of that I've seen, but we haven't been able to get to. I haven't found a way to the patio that was outside the kitchen. And I haven't found a way into the attic. So there's this patio. It looks like there's something to explore at least. Well, there's definitely a door in from over there. Did I miss something back here maybe? Oh, yep, I did. This is a very dark bathroom. I'm not turning the faucet on. More leaves. You can tell that the mom is the one who decorated the house, because she's the one obsessed with the leaves, I'm assuming, since, you know, she's a ranger. So this is the laundry room. And this'll take us out here. Okay. So it's a little greenhouse, bit of a sunroom. Oh, and there's a lamp. Dear Kaz, can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. Isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It's reflective and introspective, without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimensions to pursue. very least, I'm grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. The Accidental Human. Strong Pines. Oh, it's a couples counseling retreat. So yeah, it's not just their it's not just their anniversary, but they're going to counseling. Best of luck to them. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved a president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement, the days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No, the life you save this time will be your own. Oh, and there's another secret door. Where we'll do it. Okay, and it's back here. Back through the foyer. Midnight, June 5th. Final preparations
We
are
agreed our
complete.
last night together would be our happiest ever. And we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off. Then ran up to the attic to look through our photos. To find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past. And there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move. Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage.
Oh, wait.
And she was singing, I could practically forget everything.
Oh, this is a new
We
panel.
only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
So hang on, we cut off partway through the last one. Looking at them, I realized they were all in the past and there wouldn't be any more, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving on without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted I must have fallen asleep like that in her arms. In the morning I woke up and I was finally alone. Now I'm starting to get concerned that our sister might be hanging in the attic. I really hope I'm wrong. So this is the hidden panel that map talked about. Oh my gosh. They did a seance, really? Possession and exorcism, interacting with the supernatural and releasing unwanted spirits. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Maybe there was another location on the map now. Okay, so hang on. Found that. Found everything here. Oh, wait, looks like there's a door that I didn't notice. Yeah, it looks like there's something over there. So at this point, I'm just looking for the key to the attic. Hang on. Aha. There it is. So... Okay, so I didn't notice this door, apparently. Maybe this leads to the attic? Okay, so that's the guest room. Why can I not get into the attic? Where do I still need to check? Oh, there's one more door. Hang on, so... Yeah, okay, so if I head down here and take a right, I should get to the basement again. It looks like there's something that I missed down there. Doesn't help that this is vaguely creepy and also fairly dark at times. Like, I get that it makes sense that the house is dark, but... Hang on, so... It's back here that I came in. This is the junk room. Across the room, take a left. So this is a downstairs bathroom. Yolanda De Soto. Samantha Greenbrier. Okay, so this is a letter from Mexico. Dear Sam, today's Spanish lesson. Fly, mosca, hubcap, tapacubes, sunbeam, rayo del sol. Your love, tu amor. I'm so happy you liked the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You'd love Mexico, I think, probably. The nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. And then I think of them together out there in the wilderness. Together, and I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay, but I tried. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the day before we started driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time in the dark room. Tu amor, Lani. X-ray specs. Girl Scout, the band formerly known as Cub Scout, set list. Looks like Denial is the last song.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. Until then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
Terry, age 6 to age 12. Can't just swap out the light bulb, can I? Sorry, I can't hear myself think. Oh. It's like a drug. The first time I was... Oh. So I'm assuming that was a graphic description of their romantic life. Huh. So that bell is missing there. So it looks like she ordered a pendant that they could split between them. You know, one of those two-sided heart pendants. Alright, at this point, I really am confused. I don't know what else I can check. There's obviously a safe here. I don't know the combination. Okay, so that's not it. I'm guessing the safe is where the key to the attic is. Okay, At this point, I'm going to do a quick Googling. Okay, so the combo to the safe is near the furnace, which is somewhere down here. Okay. I thought that was a dumb idea, so I didn't go for it, but apparently it is that straightforward. So the safe combination is right here. No real reason to think that is the combination, but apparently it is. So it's 1963. Hang on. Once again. Oscar Masson, return to sender. Mary Greenbrier. Okay, so Oscar sent this to Mary Greenbrier, and it was returned to sender. Dear sister, I write what shall be my last appeal to go unanswered one way or another. I feel a prisoner on an island with no jailer, no human soul for commune, only one mind examining itself endlessly searching for relief. In years since transgression I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrificed to prove my commitment however I can imagine. Since mother's passing I have yearned for nothing more than the acknowledgement of my own kin, to be treated as human again, to breathe the air of human spirit once more. By grace even a wretch like me could be saved, but I do not expect it. If not response is received, I shall henceforth accept my sentence and one day simply cease to be. With a brother's love always, Oscar Masson. It's not really clear what his great sin was. But these are morphine tablets, so obviously he developed a drug problem at some point. Clove oil. I think those are painkillers. I really thought that would be where it is. Supposedly it's supposed to unlock the journal entry intuitive. Maybe now I have to leave? Okay. Toss everything out. Just so I can be sure I'm not missing something. Maybe it started the intuitive memory, but I exited to turn on the text real quick. Hang on. One more thing. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, so it is in... Hang on, what the heck? Okay, if this is correct, then I'm going to be vaguely bugged, partly at myself and partly at the game. 'Cause I feel like if this is correct, then they made it a bit too well hidden. Well, that's up to the guest room. I think this is the one that leads out. Yeah, this is the one that leads out into the foyer. Oh, what's this? Guardian angels up above, bless this house with lots of love. How did I miss this?
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
I'm really not sure what I'm going to find up here. Let's hear this journal. Oh, wait. Sam, I'll always remember what we had. Stay strong, kick butt. I love you, Lonnie.
Oh my god. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie in my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being a part and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
And that's the game.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person. that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me. And you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again. Someday. Love, Sam.
And that is the game. And I've gone blurry, of course. There I am. I'm unblurry again. Featuring the music of Heavens to Betsy, Bratmobile, and the Young'uns. Original score by Chris Reno. Admittedly, the music in here wasn't my kind of music, to the extent that I listen to music. My music taste is pretty basic, okay? Well, to put it simply, I'm glad that we didn't find our sister hanging in the attic. Best of luck to her. She has run away from home, but she's graduated. I assume that she's 18 at this point. It's her life. It's not... I guess it's not even really running away from home. She left home at a rapid pace. Thanks for playing. I will admit, that was definitely sufficiently spooky. Well, not necessarily spooky, but like I said in a few notifications, it was eerie. And that's the game. And it took about as long as I was thinking. So yeah. Thanks for coming. I'll be back this weekend. I'm hoping to finish Kirby on Friday and then dive into Resident Evil 2 on Saturday. I've been really looking forward to that one, so I hope y'all will join if you can. And yeah, have a great rest of the week. Let me check if there's anyone to raid. Hold up. Okay, it doesn't look like anyone I know is streaming, so... yeah, I think we will just go ahead and call it there. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great night, or day, or morning, or whatever time zone it happens to be, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.